Jeon Jungkook, Mafia King, cold, ruthless, arrogant, merciless, but kind for innocent people. Mafia Queen Lee Yeon, Secretary Kim Tae-young, he is also his best friend. Mafia King Queen Kim Yen, savage, badass, naughty, merciless, but loving for loved ones. Secretary Miss Anna, she likes Tae-young. Let's start. Jungkook, you have a meeting with Miss Yeon for the new deal for this evening. I think Mr. Joe will be there too for his proposal. Jungkook nodded. His calm demeanor changed into an irritated look of disgrace when he heard that. Mr. Joe is an Italian mob boss who wants to date Yeon, and he tried many times to propose her, flirt with her. Basically, from Jungkook's POV, Mr. Joe is Jungkook's love rival, and he will personally hate the way he looks at Yeon. Everyone in the underworld knows. Another reason why Jungkook hates him is because Jungkook's gold digger first love was caught cheating on him with Mr. Lee. Mr. Choi, and it is very heartbreaking for him, but he thought she never really loved him. Ah, Hyung, I don't like that man. Jaehyung sighed and loosened up his tie a bit before sitting in the front chair, comfortably looking uninterested in his whinings. If you are scared, he might lure in. Hyung, you know that I don't believe in love, right? Shook his head in disbelief. Are you saying this or asking this to me? I think you are saying that to yourself because I can feel you are already in love. Yep, you can't fall for her because you are already head over heels for her. Crackhead, aren't you supposed to comfort me? But you just criticize me every day. I work for you and I don't believe in sugar-coated words. But still, there are literally so many girls that I see every day. So why did I fall for her? She's a total disaster. She's insane. As if you are sane, he whispered. So do you admit you are in love with the Mafia Queen, right? No, Deva, she's not my type. As soon as he completed his sentence, the door of his huge office room burst open. The hell, can't you knock before coming in? He said in his usual cool tone, but his heart was rapidly beating inside when he saw her beautiful and gorgeous look. She was extremely stunning in whatever she wears. Ian didn't say anything and walked to him directly before landing a sweet, lingering kiss on his cheek before getting him off guard for a moment and flashed him her beautiful smile. Ian's outfit. You teamed up with this woman? No, sweetheart, he's just friendly to me and like an iceberg like you. Did you just call me an iceberg? Should I bring a doctor for you to check your hearing, Mr. Iceberg? We should talk about the meeting, Miss Yen. You are right, so we are here for the meeting which was in the evening. Actually, I have some work to do, so I thought I should come and meet you so that we both will be free in the evening. Don't tell me you have a secret date, right? I almost screamed, making both Anna and Ian chuckle at his excitedness, while Jungkook was irritated, thinking if what he said might be true. Asked Jungkook as he was lost in his thoughts and smirks. Yep, I have a date tonight, cause you say I can't be single all my life, so I think he will be the best boyfriend ever. Who is he? Bingo, it directly hit on his nerve. Plan successful, he's jealous, I knew it. Likes me, but his ego doesn't let him confess. But I am also based on one. I am not gonna just wait for him. He will come to me and confess. Smiles at him mischievously and eyed Yen, Anna and Taeyong to leave, which they both obeyed while giggling slightly. As they left, Yen stood up. Didn't you wanted me to go and date someone else, but now it seems like you are jealous of that man. Well, you should be jealous because he is more handsome, more edge, and a bit bigger than you, she said while chuckling lightly. Before she could respond, she was pulled more closer and sat directly on his elbow, while his legs were on either side of his waist. She was stunned to speak, and this time Jungkook smiled. Why don't you check yourself? No matter how hard she tries, she can never stop her body from responding to his slight touch. Her bold nature just runs away whenever he uses his dominance over her. She loved it when he is the one who flirts with her, touch her and tease her. Calm down, you idiot. Can't you just stop the morphine from rushing so fast? Ian scolded herself mentally but stayed calm in front of Jungkook and said, I can guarantee that he is bigger and I don't need to check for that. If you believe him so much, then how about a competition with me? You will marry the winner. He said without thinking twice, which made Ian squeal mentally, but she tried to be bold in front of him. Of course, he will be glad to compete with you and I'm sorry for your loss in advance, but I hope you can at least stay in front of him for a few seconds, she said and tried to stand up. I wish your dream will come true. Bye, Daddy, she whispered the last word seductively in his ears, making him intake a sharp breath. Once she went out of his cabin, Jungkook got up and threw the nearest vase on the ground, which immediately broke into pieces. He was damn jealous and insecure about Ian really loving someone else. He is now used to her love teasings. Ian's mansion. Do you think he will keep his words after knowing you tricked him? He is a man of his words, and I know he loves me. It's just his damn ego that doesn't let him come close to me. But today, you are both are really made for each other from the first day. Your ego comes before love, and jealousy comes before ego. As if your little crush on Taehyung is not going ahead because of your ego. Flashback 2 years ago. Didn't I tell you to do your work properly, useless fellows? We are sorry, boss, but that man was from Mafia Queen's gang, so her guards didn't let us take him. She doesn't show her face to anyone, so how were you so sure that those guards were her? Boss, her emblem was engraved in their uniforms with their gang tattoo on their necks. You don't need to pull this long face. At least be happy you are and her family were good friends, so she might not resist giving that man to you. By the way, aren't you excited to see her? Our families were good friends, but we never got to meet each other because we both studied abroad. And when she returned and joined Mafia work, she always kept her face hidden from all her enemies and dealers. It seems like you're acting for her boyfriend, but don't worry, I think she will listen to us and agree when she will know that her dear gang members tried to touch a man at your most luxurious club and that innocent man was none other than Mafia King. Don't try to cover up Jungkook. I know he was a gay, so he must have liked you from the beginning. But poor him, because his drunk self didn't see the dangerous Mafia King. Meanwhile, in Yen's mansion. You did what? She asked while surprise was clearly written on her face. I'm sorry, boss, I didn't know he was the Mafia King. But how did you escape from the club? And didn't he try to shoot you after you flirted with him? His guards didn't caught you because he will never kill you. And how dare you try to forcefully touch him? He might come here any moment to get you. So be ready to pay for what you did. Boss, Mafia King and his assistant are here to meet you. Please, boss, please, I want to live. Just get lost from here before I shoot you myself, she said in a cold tone. We should try to make them understand that he was drunk. It was clearly his fault, and you know that Jeon Jungkook won't back away until he gets his revenge. Maybe we can help him get his revenge without killing. The head guard escorted Jungkook and Taehyung in the lounge and went out. They both sat on the couch while looking around the mansion. Soon they heard a weird sound such as hissing. Ah! Anna landed on Taehyung and Ian landed on Jungkook, both of their faces just inches away, making their breath stop. I looked into his deep hazel eyes and it seemed like my world just stopped and my gaze was just in his eyes. When it roamed around his brother's face, I was awestruck at how someone can be this handsome. Hey girl, are you even listening? Yeah. How the hell did you fall on us? What were you doing at the roof? We were going to jump on George so that he would have been punished and you wouldn't have to kill him. You didn't land on us, you literally fell on us and almost choked us under your weight. Anna glared at him but then noticed Ian was still staring at Jungkook. Miss Ian, say something. Nice to meet you, Jian. She forwarded her hand to shake with him, which he hesitantly accepted. I think you already know why we are here, so I hope you will not interfere if I took that man with me. It's just that, can you rethink about it? Because he was just drunk, and of course you are handsome, so he lost his way. Okay, then I'll try my best to save you from him, she said, which confused Jungkook. Anna went upstairs and brought George with her. But Jungkook's worst nightmare. Is he for real? Are we taking him out for a night out? That gets dressed up like that? Why is he dressed up like this? I told you I tried to save you, but you chose taking him yourself. What do you mean? He's mentally retarded. But at least doesn't let him stay calm, so he ends up wearing such things and go around clubs, drinking and touching men. If he is really mentally unstable, because he's my childhood friend, are you telling the truth? Because if I find out you're lying, then you have to bear the consequences. I will be glad to accept the punishment. Okay, then I won't hurt him because everyone knows I am some principles which I follow who's no harm to mentally disabled if I didn't cross the limit. But once I find him stable, I'll show no mercy in killing him. Won't he be angry? I didn't lie when I said he's my childhood friend, and it's true that I'm mentally unstable, but just on some emotional limits. And he was emotionally yesterday due to his breakup, so it's true. This is how they both met, and it was true. Poor Jungkook was never able to find that George's friend was in left the country next day for practicing celibacy in silent temple and wrote to never return back. Flashback end. Present. Jiwon mentioned. Jungkook was pacing back and forth, waiting for Ian with a so-called date. So yeah, he called Ian and told her to bring her date here to complete with Jungkook, which she gladly accepted. But how he is anxious. Beside her was a huge man dressed in a luxurious tuxedo, wearing with his head held high. Anyone from the Mafia world can easily identify him as the leader of world's most cruel Mafia syndicate, and Ian's dad. Mr. Lovely, why are you here? Ian told me you wanted to meet her date, so I came here to meet you. You were her date? Mr. Lee nodded his head. In what competition do you want to have meet me? To marry my daughter? Oh, that boss prepared for a boxing match, Mr. Lee. Good then, let's start, cause I love boxing. She tricked me, damn it. But I can't disrespect Mr. Lee. He helped our family many times before and is my dad's best friend. I looked at her and saw she winked at me mischievously. Both Mr. Lee and Jungkook are known as boxing champions, as they both love boxing and their skills are extraordinary. So this fight was going to be extremely interesting and enchanting. Ian and Taeyong stood beside the ring while Anna joined them. This is your first and last chance if you want to date my daughter. Then fight with all your strength, because I want my daughter to be in safe hands. I'll never let her marry an incompetent person. Then I'll fight till I die to protect your precious daughter, Mr. Lee. He said sincerely while Mr. Lee smiled genuinely at him, but soon it changed with a dark gaze. Mr. Lee punched Jungkook harshly while he calmly backed away and then stabbed his hand in a swift motion, punching Mr. Lee's head, gaining more points. And Mr. Lee tried to give him heavy punches. Jungkook focused on gaining more points. Only 5 minutes were left for the match to end, and Jungkook was 2 points ahead of Mr. Lee. So this time Mr. Lee tried to punch Jungkook in the face, but he blocked it and ended up responding him with a more powerful punch. As Taeyong announced Jungkook won, both Ian and Anna cheered for him while Mr. Lee hugged him. I must say you tried your best to not punch me hard and let this match go on for 45 minutes, but I really think I should give my daughter a wheelchair. It's true, if Jungkook had wanted to end this match quickly, then he would have knocked out with Mr. Lee with just his one punch, but his respect for Mr. Lee made him just throw light punches of him to gain points. Next day, Jian, please stop punishing me. I'm tired and sleepy. You didn't let me sleep since yesterday. Don't mind me. You asked for this yourself, and there are still 2 more days to go, he said, and again started her way while she just helplessly and his name. Their pretty voices were blocked by the soundproof walls. For those who are thinking what about Taeyong and Anna, they are doing the same thing in the next room. One more thing, I'll pour a bucket of water.